Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. To start off the video, I wanted to give a big thank you to my buddy Matt Lorick for the donation on the coffee website. I really appreciate it. I'm always very appreciative when people throw me a couple singles for a cup of coffee, and it's not necessary, but it's greatly appreciated. So thank you very much if you're watching, and if not, I'll send you this. So just wanted to talk about some really cool pickups I got recently at the flea market, online, gifts. So let's kick this off. The first thing, we're going to do something a little different, something I don't normally pick up, because I have not a lot, but I don't really want to stuff my basement or my rooms filled with this stuff. I picked up this Raven figure. Raven is one of my favorite wrestlers, along with Vampiro, the Great Muta, Bam Bam Bigelow. A lot of the old ECW guys are my favorites, but this one I had as a kid, like a teenager maybe, and it always struck me as really funny. Excuse me, I just did a cookie. It always struck me as really funny because it doesn't look like him at all. I don't know if you can see that. And he's got a body like a fridge. I actually tweeted this to him on Twitter, and he said that it's his head on Tommy Dreamer's body, which is pretty funny that they still keep that rivalry going. So after I had posted this online, the guy wanted, I think, $3, and I was like, I don't really want to spend $3 on a horrible figure, but kind of brings back memories. I saw it again like a week or two later, and I asked him, and he goes, $2. And I'm like, looking at it, and he goes, just give me $1. And I'm like, all right, for $1, I couldn't pass it up. So, and out of nowhere, my cousin's husband, who I also call my cousin because we're close, writes to me and says that his friend had moved out and I think left his parents with all this stuff to sell, and a lot of it was wrestling DVDs, VHS tapes, and figures, and all this memorabilia, magazines. So he gave me a bunch of magazines, and he gave me these 3 items, which the timing was so weird, but frigging awesome. I also had this as a kid. It's sealed. There's a big dent in the back of the plastic, but it's the Raven WCW figure. And then he gave me these 2, which I don't think I owned. ECW Thrill Zone. Again, the timing is very strange. And Champion Clashers. So all Raven figures. Again, one of my favorite wrestlers. And I put them in my basement, like, you know, up on the shelves. So they look really cool. So the first thing I guess I'll show off is, let's do DVDs. Went to my grandmother's house with the baby. And she just gets a great joy out of, both grandparents get great joy out of seeing my son, so that's really nice. But she had a big stack of children's books and movies that were from the older grandkids that are now, you know, 8, 10, that they don't watch or need. She said, take whatever you want here. So I took Mr. Destiny on DVD. This was one I remember liking as a kid. I watched it recently with my wife. She liked it. It's a fun movie. It's about a guy kind of changing his life and going back in time and changing something which triggered a bunch of changes in his life moving forward. So it's a good kind of comedy. The cousin who gave me the Raven, thanks Mike, the cousin who gave me the Raven figures also gave me ECW Heatwave 98 and Extreme Evolution. I used to have a lot of ECW DVDs. I must have gotten rid of them over the years, which was stupid of me. And I was so excited to get these back. So I'm hoping to watch these this Thanksgiving weekend with my friend Brian. And then just out of nowhere, I went to the flea market and they had another one of these for $1. I should have bought it for Brian, but he didn't seem very interested, even though he loves ECW. Let's see. I'm trying to split this up a little bit. Okay, so the next thing is 2 really awesome gifts from my buddy Eric. Thank you so much, Eric. He knew I wanted these, so he mailed them to my house because I think Best Buy had some deals going on. Resident Evil 3, which I've maybe played the old PS1 version once. This I heard was short, but very good, so I look forward to playing this. I haven't opened it yet. And this was a complete surprise. Village, Resident Evil Village. I started this one up, saved the game, and stopped, but it seems really intense as soon as the game starts, so especially with the character in the game having a baby and us just having a baby, so it's kind of got that tie-in element. But I think I'm going to play through this one first. But I loved 7. That was one of my favorites, so I look very forward to playing this. And then at the flea market, I saw this. This is one of my favorite movies. I no longer have an original Xbox, so I can't play it, but I always used to see it for like $20, $30, and I was like, you know, maybe they'll eventually make it backwards compatible or something. The Warriors. It has a couple scratches. It has the booklet, obviously the case. It's in, you know, good condition. I would give it like an 8 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. And I just love this movie, so I had to buy this. I beat the PSP version years ago, and I thought it was awesome. I can only imagine, you know, HD or, yeah, HD 720, and just Xbox versus PSP. I mean, you know, probably a lot more to it. I also picked up on, now we move to movies, I picked up on Blu-ray St. Bernard. I know I had done a review about this recently. I sort of couldn't get out of my head. I watched it again on Tubi. I enjoyed it more. It's still crazy and weird and not recommended, but I do like Gabe Bartalos' movies, and I got it for I think $9 plus shipping, and I don't know, I wanted it. I thought it was just a zany, weird film, and I like his special effects, so I picked this up. I picked this up even though I wasn't the biggest fan. I kind of wanted to complete the set. Bill and Ted's Face the Music. This is the Blu-ray. It didn't come with the digital code. I got it used for 99 cents plus $3 shipping on eBay. So that was the perfect price. And finally, I don't think I showed this in another video, but I could have. Possessor Uncut by Brandon Cronenberg. This is David Cronenberg's son. He had done other movies. I watched another one he did called Antiviral. Didn't like that too much, but my buddy Bill Radovich loves Possessor, and my friend John, and I enjoyed it. I watched it twice. This is the 4K and Blu-ray release. I think I got this for like $11 with shipping included, and that was a pretty good deal. You know, most 4K films are between $10 and $20. I put it on my Xbox One X, which is 4K, but I don't think I have an HDMI cable that supports it, so it probably doesn't look very much different from the Blu-ray. And it was a good movie. It's weird, it's dark. I liked it enough to make my parents watch it because they like horror. My dad likes horror movies, and they really enjoyed it. My mom was talking to me about it afterwards, so I would recommend Possessor if you haven't seen it. It's a very strange, violent film. I liked it. Science fiction-y. So yeah, guys, those are all my pickups. I mean, a little all over the place. Xbox, Xbox One, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, wrestling figures. So thank you, Eric, for the wonderful Resident Evil games. I cannot wait to play them. Just need to make time now with the kid. It's a little hard. My cousin Mike for the figures, and Matt Lorick, again, for the awesome donation on coffee. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any memories of any of these figures as a kid, or maybe the ECW DVDs. Maybe you played the Warriors. Talk to me a little bit in the comments. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.